Hello everyone, I am Piyush Goyal and I welcome you to Voxcel's YouTube channel. So this is another video in our series of true, false and not given. So without further ado, let's start. So today's topic is about spam messaging. So you must be aware of this particular thing. We all are, you can say, victim of these particular spam messages. And even in your Gmail, you have a separate, you can say, label for spam messages. So what we will do, we will go straight to the questions. So we have to write for question number 1 to 7, true, false, and not given. So if you haven't seen my previous videos, you can see my previous videos to understand how to solve true false not given in depth. And if you want our help, I am gonna leave the link to my website in the description box. You can visit there and we will be happy to help you. First, we will talk about these questions. First question: in China, spam text messaging is a successful business. So, when our answer will be true, when in China this particular business is successful. So be very careful. It will not be written like it is a successful business. There may be some sort of paraphrasing that will be used, or there will be paraphrasing that paraphrasing will be used no matter what. So we do not hope to find the exact similar words. So how can they write successful business like growing business? This trade is a like profits, a lot of profit people are generating, something like that. So if it is a successful business, we will say true. But if it's not a successful business, it's in loss or something like that, we will say false. But if it is not given if it is successful or not, like there may be information may be given like there is a business of spam messaging in China, but it is not written whether it is successful or not. So we will say not given. So spam, as every user of mobile phones in China is aware to their intense annoyance, is a roaring trade in China. So spam is a roaring trade in China. So roaring trade is just another way of saying flourishing business. So like lions roar. So in this regard, it is roaring. So it's like a lion. So lion is known as king of the jungle, or you can say whatever. Tiger is the king of the jungle. So it's a roaring trade in China, successful trade in China. So our answer is successful. Yes, it is successful trade. Our answer to this question will be true. Next one, people's phone numbers are collected through the use of technology which cannot be bought readily. So we are collecting phone numbers of individuals. Okay, so individuals phone numbers are collected through the use of technology, and what is our information that cannot, okay, that cannot be readily bought. Readily bought means easily bought. So if that technology is very hard to buy, we will say true. But if this technology is not hard to buy, it is like available easily, we will say false. But if it is not mentioned what about the difficulty level of that particular technology or how they acquire people's phone number, we will say not given. Okay, its delivery men drive through residential neighborhoods in text messaging cars. So this is the technology they are using in text messaging cards with legal but easy to buy gadgetry they use to hijack links between mobile phone users and nearby communication mass. So this technology is easy to buy, but they are saying cannot be easily bought. Obviously this information is false. Next question: in no other country do people receive more spam texts than in China. So in any other country, like all over the world, all around the world, not even a single country receives more spam texts than Chinese people in China, obviously. So whenever answer will be true, when this is the situation, whenever answer will be false, when any other country or any other one or two countries receive more spam messages than China, there may be some name returns like America, Japan, India, Australia, things like that. Or there may be some country which receives equal number of spam messages as China. So China is not at the top, it shares its position at the top. Okay, so then our answer will be false. When it will be not given, when there is no comparison given with other countries. So let's see. They then target the numbers they harvest, blasting them with spam text messages before driving away. Mobile phone users usually see only the wearisome results. Another sprinkling of spam messages offering deals on flats, investment advice, and dodgy receipts of tax purposes for tax purposes. So these are types of spam messages they get, but we haven't read anything about numbers. Chinese mobile phone users get more spam text messages than their counterparts anywhere else in the world. So yes, they are getting more spam messages than anywhere else in the world. So no other country receives. True, that is the exact thing that is given. Fourth, spam messaging is an international problem. Okay, so when it will be true, when this problem is international problem, we will say true. When it will be false, when this problem is not an international problem but a local problem like in China or one or two more countries, but not like throughout the world. When it will be not given, when we don't know if it's international problem or not. They received more than 300 billion of them in 2013, or close to one a day for each person using a mobile phone. Users in bigger markets like Beijing and Shanghai receive 2 a day or more than 700 annually, accounting for perhaps one-fifth of their all text. So there is nothing mentioned about international. Let me read the next question, because in 2013, so 2013. So according to this answer should be not given. Next question. In 2013, the number of spam texts increased considerably to reach 300 billion. So this is our locator word that we have read. So in 2013, spam text increased. So this is quite an interesting question. Considerably to reach 300 billion. So the number of messages increased and reached 300 billion in 2013. When the answer will be true, when the answer will be true, now you should be very careful. I should have your undivided attention, because this question, it's quite a tricky question, but if you are able to understand this question, it will clear a lot of concepts for you. So I'm gonna lay a lot of emphasis on this question, so understand very carefully. So when the answer will be true, when the answer will be true when the number increased and reached 300 billion. So the number may be like 100 billion or 150 or 200 billion, then it jumped or increased and reached 300 billion. When the answer will be false, when the number decreased and reached 300 billion. So be very careful, be very attentive now. So the number in the paragraph may be say like given, let's just say 500 billion, and it decreased to reach 300 billion. So what you will say? False. When the answer will be not given, when we don't know whether the number is 300 billion, or when we don't know whether the number increased or decreased to reach 300 billion. Okay, so this question should be tackled very carefully. So they received more than 300 billion of them in 2013, or close to one a day for each person using a mobile phone. So now, before I tell you the answer, you should pause the video and try to think what the answer is and then continue. So I will tell you the answer now. The answer is not given, because they have just said they received more than 300 billion. But whether the number increased or decreased or remained same, we don't know about what happened in 2012. The number in 2012, we don't have any information, or prior years we don't have any information about the number, so we can't say whether the number increased or decreased or stayed the same. So that's why we will say the answer to this question should be not given. Next question. The majority of all texts received in Shanghai and Beijing are spam. So we have read about Shanghai. Sorry about that. So we have read about Shanghai and Beijing. So what we have to see, the majority of all texts are spam. So what consists of majority? Let's just say if there are 100 words, the minimum number of words that I need to claim majority is 51. So if I have 51 words, I can say I have the majority. But if I have 49 words or if I have even 50 words, I cannot claim majority. So if the number of text, whatever the number is, if more than 50% of text are spam, we will say true. If the number is less than 50%, we will say false. Okay, or if it's equal to 50%, we will say false. And if there is no mention about the number or total numbers, we will say not given. Okay, users in bigger markets like Beijing and Shanghai receive 2 a day or more than 700 annually, accounting for perhaps 1/5 or 1/3 of all text. So they are good. They have not written like in simpler terms. They have used fractions. So if you convert 1/5 into percentage, it comes to 20%, and 1/3 comes to around 33%. But in both scenarios, the value is less than 50%. So it's not the majority. So our answer should be false. I hope it is clear. Next question. In 2011, Americans sent more text than anywhere else in the world. So in 2011, Americans sent, so not received. We do not know. We do not have to concern ourselves with how many messages they received. The question is only asking about sent messages. So they sent more text anywhere else in the world. So more than any other country in the world, the Americans sent more text. Okay, Americans by comparison received an estimated 4.5 billion junk messages in 2011. These are like locator words, or fewer than 20 per mobile user for the year, out of a total of more than 2 trillion text messages sent. So they have given us the figure of number of messages sent by the Americans, but there is no comparison with other countries. So whether this is the like biggest number or this is like not the biggest number, we don't know anything about that. So we will say we do not know about this, not given. Clear? So first we will check our answers. True, false, true, not given, false, not given. True, false, true, not given, false, not given. So this is how you should solve your answers. So it's quite easy if you do like this. It may take some time in the beginning, but after some time when you get accustomed to it, used to it, it will be a piece of cake. So if you want our help, like I was saying in the beginning of my video, if you want our help, we have helped numerous of students get their desired band scores, whether it's reading, listening, writing or speaking. We have helped like a lot of students, hundreds of students to get band 7 or more in writing and speaking because they were struggling. Like some of them were struggling for more than 2 years. They were not able to get 6 or more than 6.5 in either writing or speaking. So we have worked on them. We told them their mistakes, in which area they are lacking, and they got that scores like within few weeks, at some within few months, and in like one attempt. So if you want our help, we will be happy to help you. You can book your slots in on our website. You can message us there, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.